What is up, YouTube fam? We are out here at the Magnolia Links Disc Golf Course in Gardendale, Alabama. I am going to be playing a tournament here next weekend, and so wanted to come out and do a practice round. They've moved some of the holes, which is awesome, and they've added 2 new tee pads, which is awesome. And so coming out here to test it, and I thought, what would be a fun thing to do? Let's see if we can shoot an 18 under round and how many mistakes it would take. Well, there's probably gonna be a lot of mistakes, but how few of mistakes can I make? How many times do I have to take a redo in order to shoot an 18 under round in my practice round? I don't know. Let's go. Let me know how many mistakes you think it's gonna take. Hole 1 at 268 feet seems pretty harmless until you bring that OB into play. Everything to the right of the fence is OB and everything in that ditch is OB, so the green gets real small real fast. Whether to play the forehand or the big backhand, I don't know. So, I think it was the forehand, Bob. I think that's the play. What's it go? Inbounds. Bang. Hole 2, once again, everything to the right of the fence is OB. Watch those hyzers coming in though, because as this green slopes right to left, you'll find yourself in trouble real fast. So on this hole, I've been trying something different because the issue is when I try to go for the big hyzer, sometimes it doesn't fall back in, or if I go too close on the inside, then it ends up falling down that big ravine, and then there's no birdie look. So
2 hours later.
That's your gap. It's your gap. Go, go, go.
No! God, please, no!
come on back in. Hey.
Ooh.
Hole 3 isn't trying to hide anything from you. Avoid the left and right of this little bridge, and the basket's going to be out on your left. You can either go straight at it or hug the right trees. Here we go. All right, the verdict was not the play. I mean, it might have been the play, but we shanked it. So we're gonna hit with Sensei. There we go. We can make that putt. What was that? What was that? That is a bummer.
There you go.
Hole 4, pretty straightforward. Basket's going to be down on the right past this little garden. Left side of the fairway is OB, so you just want to make sure you get up to this basket nice and safe.
Hey!
Hole 5, playing as the longest hole on the course actually. Open field, so be wary of the wind, but the basket does just sit down at the end. Hitting them with that SPZ3, baby. Here we go.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Nope, not near high enough.
There we go.
Woo! Hole 6, the basket's going to sit up on a hill to the left. You can either go straight at it or you can play the big hyzer around those trees on the right. Pretty safe spot.
Join me over there. If anyone asks, today we're going to tell people that I am a professional disc golfer. Okay?
Okay,
And you are my camera crew.
okay. I like it. You're the pro.
Nice.
Hole 7 being one of the tougher holes on the course. This double mando does challenge a lot of players. Once you make it through the double mando, you're going to make your way down the fairway, eventually falling to the basket. That is fantastic. That's like an ideal shot.
I know.
You're the pro.
I'm a professional. There you go. Nice.
Hole 8's going to play a big turn to the right, something understable or an overstable forehand. The basket sits right to your right in an open field. Too wide. The ball's all the way away. Yeah, probably. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Hole 9, 185 feet. You can either go inside these trees at the end or around the edge. Either way works. Speaking of Christmas, how about a bird? Or an ace? Too much.
Definitely not gonna be an ace.
But I think it's a putt. So we're gonna test the putting. While we were out filming on the course, we actually came across the tournament director for this event that I'm playing on Saturday, and his name is Ben Swam. Ben is one of the nicest human beings you are ever going to meet, and he puts on the best tournaments I honestly have ever been to. This dude is incredible at what he does, and so I wanted to get some advice for those of you who may be thinking about putting on an event here in the future. Ben is the TD extraordinaire of Birmingham. Ben, what are one or two things that you try to make sure you focus on leading into a tournament?
I think number one is you got to have all the information right. You got to have the details about out of bounds, distances, all of that stuff has got to be on point, or people are going to be unhappy. That just leads to confusion, people having to try to figure out what's out of bounds and what's not during their round. So I think that's important. And then the other thing is part of that is making sure that you are doing things to keep the speed of play going, especially right now when we have very limited daylight. So you got to make sure that you're making good decisions about how to put OB out there and where you're going to have a spotter if you have them and things like that, so you can keep the flow of play going.
That's awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much, Ben, for everything you do, man. Looking forward to this tournament.
Thanks, Robbie.
Guys, Ben's amazing. So thankful he stopped by to offer you guys some advice, and I hope it's helpful for those of you who may consider running an event in the future. Remember, you don't just have to play in them. What are you doing to give back? Speaking of giving back, I'm about to give back some strokes to this course. Let's jump back in. Hole 10 is a new tee pad, and the signs weren't in when I shot this video, but it's about 260 down the hill, and the basket sits tucked away behind those guardian trees. Here we go. That's straight into that tree. We got lucky.
Feels like it kind of came back.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take it. Woo! Hole 11, there's water at the end of the fairway before it takes a sharp turn to the right, and you're going to find your basket tucked away in these trees. Be careful going in too early though, because it is jail if you don't make the landing.
Nice. Nice.
Hole 12 is a brand new hole. Once again, not signage there. Probably plays under 200 feet. Textbook tunnel shot with the basket finishing on your left. Tight tunnel. Tight.
Nice.
Alrighty, look at this right here. This is where we landed up. Sounds like that's the play. Speaking of tunnels, there are a lot of things to hit as you try to make this gap on hole 13, but once you make the gap, the clearing opens up quite a bit. We can putt from there. That moment of when you know something's off with your putt, but you can't quite figure it out, so everything's coming out weird. And then sometimes you just bummer. It's really not that far of a putt.
Hey.
Hole 14, another tight tunnel, but significantly longer. This one's going to play closer to 300 feet, maybe 270, as you make your way down the tunnel, and those guardian trees do pose quite a bit of a problem for the green. Don't think I'm gonna pure that gap any better, so let's go make a putt. Okay. That is called lofting it too low. And also, reference previous comment of when you know something's off with your putt, but you can't quite figure it out, so everything's coming out weird. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Heard you guys like tunnel shots. So hole 15, another tunnel shot with an incredibly low ceiling. Fairway makes its way down, eventually breaking to the right, which is different than some of the tunnels we've been playing before. So when you spend what feels like an hour putting, because you can't seem to hit two putts or hit a putt on two different holes almost back to back, key is do a little dance, pull out the reel and cast that onto the old hole, because it's a new hole and a new day. Here we go. Are you kidding me? Okay, here we go. Hole 16, there is a gap that you have to hit, and there is water just behind the gap, so be careful making it through, but the basket sits perched nice on its own little island. Hole 17 is the choose your own adventure. You can see all the gaps you have to hit off the tee, but each one of them very difficult. And then when you get down to the green, it is also secluded in the woods. We can putt from there.
How long's that putt?
But it's probably like 40 feet. Ooh. Maybe longer. Ooh. Breaking free of the tunnels, you get to throw right out into the field. You do have to throw to the left of that light pole as it is a Mando, but the basket is waiting for you in the middle of the field. Last shot of the day, baby. Hit it with the truth. The EMAC truth.
We're not gonna hit him with the truth. What are we gonna hit him with?
We're gonna hit him with a bounty. Give it a chance to redeem itself. Here we go. So the biggest thing that I'm learning while playing a have to shoot a birdie round is just, once again, the mental pressure that you put on yourself to birdie every single hole. Putts that are textbook holes and putts that are textbook putts I'm missing because I'm like, I gotta get this bird, I gotta get this bird. And I mentioned this in the mids only round. If I ever tell myself you gotta get this, well, you're gonna end up in trouble. Like, it's not necessarily gonna work out. So the biggest thing you can do is find your holes that you're gonna attack, get out there and attack them. There are several on this course and I'm like, oh yeah, that's my attack hole. But then others, it's simply just trying to land in the circle. If I can land in the circle, then I'll feel good and I'll be able to execute on those putts. So here's the fun part, is that I actually didn't keep count of how many remakes I had to do during the round. So I actually can't give a number, but it's gonna be like somewhere here. I think that I could do better in the future. Once again, it's all about that mental pressure. Lindsay out here rocking the camera work, rocking the round. She decided halfway through to quit playing because food, glory is food, and we wanted to get there faster. So excited for this tournament. Obviously hoping to do pretty well. I don't know, course is pretty attackable overall, but yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed watching me fail miserably on some putting. Gonna be working on that this week. But other than that, hope you guys stay subscribed to the channel, hit that like button, just help support what we're doing. And also, part 3 of the Restricted Disc Golf Series coming out next week. Get ready for that, drivers only. But for now, we're gonna leave you with the birdie. Hit him with that birdie.